Hello there and welcome back to the Vineyard Farmhouse. My name is Brian for those of you that are new to the channel. And today we're going to be preparing and installing a 1924 Clawfoot tub. Alright, before we get to installing all the goodies on the tub, we're going to have to go back and bear with me. Some of you have already seen some of the videos that I've already done in the past, but I felt that it was important to include a portion of them throughout the video to explain the complete installation of this tub. The floor of the bay window is insulated, but it is not above the cellar. Therefore, I had to build a platform for the plumbing to travel. Yuck! Now I've already cut these according to the Clawfoot tub. And then all parts involved, you do a good cleaning on them with this primer. You don't want to skip this step. So you let those dry for a little bit. And take your glue, PVC cement, and you're going to put a good amount on the inside of that. This side. Give that like a quarter turn. Make sure your line, that line I made with the marker, is lined up really good. It's gonna really matter. Wow, that went fast. And then you want to hold it for about 30 seconds. Because it will back out. This is the overflow drain. Make sure you get a good quarter turn. And this stuff works fast, so hold, hold, hold. And if you did it right, it should lay nice and flat. Okay, and you're ready for this one. And then last but not least, you want to put your drain on. Now that I know that this tub assembly is correct, I can come down here and add this next fitting. But I certainly didn't want to put a $12 coupler on the assembly if it wasn't correct, because then I would have ended up throwing it away. Along with the tub assembly too, probably. Okay, I didn't want to bore you with gluing that up. It was pretty straightforward. So this can go on here. And my plumbing will go straight down, and then I can put my gooseneck on. Had to put the tub back up on the platform so I can figure out and make sure that I have that plumbing right. Because once this floor is all painted and everything, I'm not going to want to scuff around on anything and mess it up, drilling holes and second guessing myself. I built 2 of these carts so I can easily store and move drywall around. But now that I only need 1, I figured I would turn this one into a cart for the Clawfoot Tub. Now we can roll it around wherever we want to. Perfect. Maybe somebody can tell me in the comments what these numbers mean. Is there a date on any of this? Could this be from 1924? So this tub wasn't original to the house, and we got it in 1994. And when we did, I completely prepped this by wire brushing it. I used rust inhibitor, primed it, and then 3 coats of the finished paint color. So that being said, I should be able to just scuff it up really good and put the new color on. So I used the wire wheel to get around the nooks and crannies of the numbers and where the feet mount into the tub. Now I'm going to start using the palm sander so I can get the flat surfaces along the sides. Well, you don't need to see or listen to me do that all day, so I'm going to get on with the next step. Bring on the chisel. Chiselly chisel. This is the old caulking. So after vacuuming it, I just take this damp cloth and wipe off any dust or residue that might be left behind from the sanding. And that should be good. So Papa cleaned these up really good for us, and now it looks like we're ready to paint. Okay people, here we go. We're going to find out what color we chose to paint the tub. Like my International 140, only when it was brand new. Now this is where this color is going to really show up. This stuff levels pretty good, so I debated whether I was going to do it with a roller, but I just don't think it's necessary. I think, especially with the fact that this is kind of a bumpy surface, it's cast iron. So let's get this sucker in time lapse and slam on the music. Not bad for a first coat. Usually when painting red, especially over white, it just seems to take so many coats to get the red to be solid. But this is one coat, and I think I might be able to do this in two. Too bad I didn't think to do it this way with the first coat. Screwed them to a board so I had something to hold on to. So, live and you learn. I think that that's actually pretty good. I don't know that we're going to need a third coat. Smooth like glass. Kind of just leveled that way. Okay, so because this pipe is visible from certain points in the bathroom, I'm going to want to scrub it up and paint it the same color as the floor. Okay, what I'm going to do here is take this sandpaper and scrub this up really good so that it has some bite when I paint it. To tell you the truth, anytime there's ever been paint on PVC plumbing, I've never known it to come off easy, so I'm not worried about it too much. When using Teflon tape, I give it 4 to 5 clockwise rotations, with the open end of the pipe facing towards me. All right, finally, this is what we've all been waiting for, especially me. We're going to bring the tub in here, we're going to put its feet on, and we're going to throw it up on the platform. All right, here it is. Look at the color scheme. Wow, I really like that. That green pops through just enough. All right, so the interior of this tub is in excellent condition, and the last thing I want to do is put a coating on it. Yes, it's got some scratches. Maybe it's a little dull, but that's okay. I've given it a really good cleaning around the holes where the plumbing goes. And once all of it's installed, I'll give the whole tub a thorough cleaning. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is put the orange gaskets on for the drain and the overflow valve. And that's got an adhesive backing, so we're just going to put that on there like that. I've packed a generous amount of plumber's putty around the drain collar. So now that that's prepared, we can take our plumbing, line it up with the holes, and start screwing in the collar. We use this tool, which is a wrench designed for the collar. And you're going to squish that down. Before you squish that down too much, you're going to want to line this one up. Get it going. Now I'm going to leave that alone, and I will do some final adjustments after everything's put together. And now we can attach the drainage to the drain that goes to the sewer pipe. That coupler sure is going to make it nice if I ever have to take the tub off the platform for maintenance. Now I can reinstall these boards to cover up the plumbing, to give it a finished look. Gotta put my collars down. Make sure you fill up that gooseneck so you don't have to smell that sewer line. Alright, so now we're ready for the best part. We're going to put on the jewel of the Clawfoot Tub. And that involves three major components. You got the hot and cold water supply, and then the fixture with the handles on it. You're going to take the water supply, and with this nut, you're going to stick it through the hole of the tub and tighten that nut up. Do that to the other one. Then you're going to want to take these washers and stick them in these hex-headed collars and line them up with the water supply. Again, don't do those too tight because you're going to want to adjust everything after you're done. Okay, so this is a brushed nickel finish, and you're not going to want to be using this wrench here directly on the hex nut to tighten this up, or you'll scratch it up. So, what I advise you to do, or what I always do every time I do something like this, is I put some painter's tape on it. And there you go. Now you can tighten this sucker up. And before you do that, make sure you have the right size crescent wrench. This one's too small. There, that one's more like it. You don't need to tighten this all that much because these have a rubber bushing. There are even more goodies to be had. Let's see what we got in this box. We got the wand hose, the wand holder, and the wand itself. We'll also be installing the water supply lines and the cap for the overflow drain. So the first thing we're going to do is install this overflow drain cap. And that goes on real easy. It just snaps on. Beautiful. And then we got the wand holder. We'll be putting in a rubber bushing. Hand tightening that. And giving it just a little bit of a turn with the wrench. Not much. Don't want to break or bust anything. Now we can start doing our wand assembly, and you make sure you get that little rubber gasket in there. That only needs to be hand tight. And then your rubber gasket so that you can put your wand on. And then that goes up here nice and pretty. Don't forget your cap, which would have been nice when I dropped that washer down the drain. And all All that's left to do now before we can test this baby out is to connect the hot and cold water lines. Remember, those have rubber bushings. You don't have to overdo it. Well, here goes nothing. Let's try it out and see if it leaks. Alright, so far so good. Now all we need to do is scrub this sucker up and somebody's going to take a bath. So if you've been enjoying this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that little bell button so you can be notified of the next videos to come. Bye for now.
Oh yeah? You're looking at me? What?